Does surrendering to a spiritual guru or teacher or leader means blindly believing them? Or being passive? Does it mean putting them on a pedestal and believing that they must be right all the time? Does it mean being obedient to them? Does questioning them means being disrespectful? How many spiritual seekers are being misled through this concept called surrendering to teachers, spiritual teachers or spiritual gurus or leaders? And what does surrendering to a spiritual guru or teacher really means? If you're interested with this topic, stay tuned till the end of the video. Hi, I am Radhika Lakshmanan. I'm a karma transformational guide, and I help people to break their negative karmic patterns and heal their emotional wounds using special hypnosis methods. And I teach advanced meditation as well. Now let's start. So, surrendering. Okay. Many people misunderstood that surrendering to a spiritual guru or teachers or leaders, spiritual leaders or religious leaders, means blindly believing them or being passive or being their victim or being the victim of life. They assumed that surrendering to a guru means being very obedient, not questioning them or allowing that guru to do anything to them without questioning those spiritual or religious leaders. They misunderstood that questioning those spiritual guru means being disrespectful or being rude. So surrendering, it's not about being obedient or obeying every request of that particular spiritual guru or teacher or leader all the time. It's not about being passive. It's not about allowing yourself to be spoon-fed by those spiritual or religious leaders or gurus all the time. That's not what surrender means. If any spiritual gurus or leaders or teachers demands you to be obedient or to never question them, or punishes you for questioning them, or belittle you, or humiliate you for questioning them, that is not a genuine spiritual teacher or guru or leader. Those are spiritual or religious narcissists who's exploiting your vulnerability for their own gain. Now, what does surrendering to a spiritual guru or leader mean? See, let's look at the word surrender generally. Generally, surrendering to the divine intelligence means, or surrendering to anybody means, letting go of the need to control everything. It's not about giving up, it's letting go of the need to control everything. Now, what does it mean, surrendering to a spiritual or religious guru or teacher or leader? It simply means letting go of the need to be defensive all the time, or letting go of the need to be right all the time, especially if that guru or teacher's teachings threatens your ego, challenges your belief system. See, you have to understand one thing. Many of us, we have a very strong belief system from childhood. Many beliefs have been imposed upon us, have been instilled within us since childhood by the parents, society, media, friends, relatives, etc., etc., etc. So when many of us, we approach a spiritual guru or teacher, naturally the spiritual gurus or teachers will be very new and might challenge our belief system since childhood, that we have since childhood, might threaten our ego. Hence, that's the reason we were advised to surrender to that particular spiritual guru or teacher or leader, which simply means having an open, flexible mind while listening to them. Having an open, flexible mind without any preconceived notion or biases. Do not allow our preconceived notions or biases to stop us from listening to the truth, from listening to those teachers. have an open mind, which means we need to adopt a mindset that says, well, what if that spiritual guru or teacher is right? Maybe he's right or maybe he's not right. Let me find out the truth. Let me explore his teachings. Let me experiment his teaching without any preconceived notions or biases. Question them. So surrendering to a spiritual guru or religious teachers or leaders does not mean that you shouldn't question them. It simply means we need to question them with an open, flexible mind that says that the person could be right or they might not be right. Let me find out the truth on my own by connecting with my own intuition. So it's not about allowing that spiritual teacher or guru to spoon feed us all the time, to give us the solution or answer for all our questions. No. That spiritual guru or teacher or leader is simply a tool for you to connect with your own higher self and intuition. It's not about obeying everything that they say. They might be right or they might not be right. Do not put them on a pedestal. Surrendering to a spiritual guru or teacher also does not mean putting them on a pedestal or assuming they are always right. They could be right, they could not be right. Okay, because just because some of their teachings benefits us, resonated with us, doesn't mean all their teaching serves our highest good. It's not a one-size-fits-all kind of rule. Some of those teachers' teachings might resonate with you, might serve your highest good. Meanwhile, some others are not meant for you. How do you find out that? You can only find out that by connecting with your own intuition and higher self. Okay? So question these teachers with a genuine intention to understand their teachings, not with an intention to humiliate them or criticize them. So remember, if you are questioning a spiritual teacher or guru or leader politely and with genuine intention to understand them, and if they end up punishing you for questioning them or belittling you or humiliating you for questioning them, that simply means that spiritual teacher or guru is not a genuine guru or teacher or leader. That person has a very high spiritual ego and they are not eligible to be your teacher or guru. There's a higher chance they could be a spiritual or religious narcissist who exploit your vulnerability for their own gain. Okay? So it's not about putting them on a pedestal and obeying all their requests. So many spiritual seekers were cheated, harmed and abused by false, fake spiritual gurus and leaders, religious leaders, because they assumed that surrendering to a guru means allowing the guru to do anything to them, even if their request goes against that spiritual seeker's own conscience, intuition and self-respect and dignity. They assume that no matter what that spiritual guru or teacher or leader does to them, that it must be for their highest good. It must be because that guru cares for them. The guru could abuse them, but they will still rationalize that abuse by saying that no matter what that guru does, it must be for their highest good. Okay, so these spiritual seekers allow themselves to be manipulated and brainwashed by these false spiritual gurus and teachers and leaders. They allow these spiritual teachers or gurus or leaders to gaslight them, to doubt their own intuition and conscience. They manipulate or brainwash them, or sometimes even force them directly to do things that goes against their self-respect and dignity and conscience. And they refuse to question those gurus, because these spiritual seekers assume that questioning spiritual teachers or gurus or leaders means being disrespectful or being rude. And they are dependent on the spiritual religious teachers or leaders for everything, for solutions for all their problems. They're dependent, they're codependent on these people. They become a handicap. Okay, so I know many spiritual seekers out there who have allowed themselves to be manipulated and brainwashed by these false spiritual teachers in the concept of surrendering to guru or spiritual leaders. And many of these false spiritual teachers or religious leaders, they guilt trip these spiritual seekers to obey their demand. They manipulate them, and many of them use spiritual jargons and concepts to guilt trip the spiritual seekers, to manipulate those spiritual seekers to obey them. They might say that if you don't obey to me, you might be punished by God, or you will earn bad karma, or I will end up cursing you. So these innocent spiritual seekers who are desperate for spiritual guidance, innocently obey all their abusive demands, and follow everything they say. They allow themselves to be manipulated because of this concept, surrendering to the guru. Because this concept is a genuine concept, but it has been twisted by the spiritual or religious narcissists according to their own convenience. They want to control you, manipulate you. They want you to obey them. They don't want you to connect with your own intuition, higher self. They want you to be their puppet forever. So you need to know the true meaning of surrendering to a guru or spiritual teacher or leader means. If any spiritual or religious leaders or teachers or guru consistently guilt trip you to obey their demands using spiritual concepts, or emotionally blackmail you using this spiritual concept, that is a red flag. If they consistently demand you to do something that goes against your integrity, conscience, intuition, and self-respect, that is a red flag. No genuine guru, genuine spiritual or religious leaders will never emotionally blackmail you or guilt trip you, manipulate you using spiritual jargons or concept. If you're constantly feeling guilty or being forced directly or indirectly to do things that goes against your intuition or conscience, please know that that person is manipulating you. That person is not a genuine guru or genuine spiritual or religious leader. They're taking advantage of you. Any spiritual, there's another red flag. If you are consistently feeling confused about your spiritual or religious guru, thinking whether they are genuine or they are not genuine, that confusion, the constant confusion in itself shows there's a higher chance that the person is a religious or spiritual narcissist. Why? Because narcissists usually constantly confuse you. They might breadcrumb you with love and knowledge and kindness, and then suddenly they might be extremely cruel to you, extremely harsh towards you, rude towards you. And what point their teachings might benefit you, gives you peace and relief, and then another time it confuses you, all the time, and it happens consistently. There's a big polarity, between their good behavior and their bad behavior, between their true teachings and false teachings. If you're consistently confused whether your guru is genuine or not, that confusion in itself shows that person is a narcissist. Now, some of you might think that you might have gained a lot of benefits from that particular guru. In the beginning especially, their practices might have given you a lot of peace, might have given you some changes, their knowledge have opened your eyes related to certain truth. So you simply assume that they might be right, that they are right all the time. Let me tell you something. These spiritual or religious narcissists, in the beginning, they will steal other genuine teachers' teachings. They will emulate, copycat, they'll copy other genuine teachers' behavior, body language, words, and teachings. And they will use those genuine teachings for you. They'll teach you using those genuine teachings as a bait to lure you into their trap. So once you've fallen into their trap, they will slowly take advantage of you and manipulate you just like that. So you'll be confused. You'll be like, okay, I gained so much of benefits, but people are saying that they are fake, or I'm experiencing certain confusion, then I don't feel good following their demands. Then there's something is wrong. There's a higher chance that they were sharing half-truth with you. Half-truth is more dangerous than pure blatant lies. 50% is true, 50% is lie. If I give you a food, a wonderful, delicious food, and then I mix a little bit of poison there, you won't realize it. Am I right? Similarly, these people might share with you 50% genuine teachings which has been stolen from other genuine teachers, and then slowly insert their hidden agenda into their teachings to manipulate you. And you won't even realize that. So, remember, I would like to reiterate again, surrendering to a guru or spiritual teachers or religious leaders or teachers does not mean obeying all their demands, does not mean not questioning them, does not mean blindly believing them, does not mean being passive, does not mean allowing them to do anything to you. Surrendering to a teacher, spiritual teacher or guru simply means letting go of the need to be too defensive or to be right all the time while we are listening to their teachings and lessons. Have an open, flexible mind rather than being rigid. That is what surrender is. Question them with an intention, genuine intention to understand. Use them as a tool to connect with our higher self, true self, to find out the truth. To find out which teachings serve our highest good, which teaching don't serve our highest good. Surrendering doesn't mean that you're allowing yourself to be spoon-fed by those spiritual or religious leaders all the time. It's not about depending on them. Yeah, I forgot to say another thing. These false spiritual gurus or religious gurus usually want you to be dependent, co-dependent on them or cling onto them all the time. Because they want to take advantage of your money. They want to gain power, controlling and manipulating you. They want to take advantage of you. Meanwhile, a genuine spiritual guru or leader always want you to be independent. They don't want you to be codependent on them or cling onto them all the time. They want you to be as independent as soon as possible and connect with your higher self. They will encourage you to be the master of your own self, master of your own reality, rather than making you as their puppet all the time. Okay, so a true guru will tell you that the true master is within yourself. Alright, so questioning them, having a flexible mind rather than rigid mind, and explore and experiment their teachings with a flexible mind. and use it as a tool to connect with our higher self. So surrendering doesn't mean putting them on a pedestal or assuming that they are right all the time. They could be right, could not be right, even if they are genuine. Some of their teachings might resonate with us, meanwhile some others might not serve our highest good. And it's very difficult, challenging to find a genuine spiritual gurus these days. And I give you another tips, another hint. If a spiritual guru or spiritual religious leaders has many accusations, not just one or two, has many accusations from many of their followers or disciples, many allegations there, criminal accusations, criminal allegations, please take it seriously. Do not brush it off. Have an open mind. Have an open mind, because just because the guru treated you right doesn't mean they would have treated everybody right. A narcissist are very selective when they want to choose their victims. They don't take advantage or abuse everyone. They will only choose the weaker ones, whom they assume as weaker ones. So if you like this topic, if you like this video, please don't forget to give me thumbs up. And please let me know what's your opinion about this issue. Please share it with others. They need to know the truth about surrendering to Guru. Thank you.